The secretary started a school, or helped found a school in Chicago called the Ariel Community Academy. And I had the fortune of, after the secretary left, take over the program. And the heart and soul of what we did there was we created a saving investment curriculum. We gave every first grade class $20,000 of real money to invest. $10,000 in one of the mutual funds that our company Ariel ran, and $10,000 in another company's fund, Nuveen Investments. And the kids, starting in 6th grade, started to pick stocks. And it was remarkable. We had a bell that rang every morning where 2 students would announce the Dow and NASDAQ are open and give market news. We built a boardroom with a huge bull and a bear and clocks in New York, London, Tokyo, Chicago. Chairs that swiveled so that the kids, when in 5th grade, if you went to a meeting, we'd take our kids all over. We took them to the annual shareholder meeting at McDonald's, had them come to meetings all the time at Ariel. They were not interested in the swivel chairs, but interested in the content because they've already been to that movie because they were doing that in their own classroom.
Great.
And in 8th grade, when the kids graduated, they took the original $20,000 and they gave it back to the 1st grade. So the program was self-perpetuating. And the money they made above and beyond, they split in half. And half went toward whatever the kids decided that was going to help their community or their school. And so listening to 40-plus children who historically have never been on the side of giving money out, but having them think about philanthropy was amazing. And the other money they could keep. And they could either take a check on graduation day with their share, or if they elected to invest it into a 529 plan, our company, Ariel Investments, would give them an additional $1,000. And what we tried to do was create what they would feel when they got to corporate America and had a 401k plan. And they knew immediately when they got to work after they graduated college to enroll and to check the box because they didn't want to leave that employer match on the table. And it was really, really an amazing, I wouldn't even call it an experiment because we weren't experimenting. We were doing something that we knew had to happen in public education. Because so many of our kids, all of our kids were going to graduate. All of the kids, the expectation was they were going to go to college. But the likelihood they'd go work for a company for 35 years and get a gold watch and a pension check was 0. That's just not the way of the world anymore. So we wanted to make sure that they understood the basics of compound interest and what a mutual fund is. And just very, very, rudimentary things that none of us learned in school, but it was acceptable because we didn't have to make those choices. And now kids have to. So that's something that we've taken here and really want to build on. And we're working closely with the Department of Treasury on a challenge that's currently out there. We've challenged 1 million students to take a financial literacy exam. And we're going to pick through a lottery students who have top scores to come to DC and hopefully to New York and ring the bell on the New York Stock Exchange. And we're looking basically agency by agency at the lead of Treasury to make sure that we're all coordinating on financial literacy efforts, because there's a lot that's being done, but there's just not been historically a great coordinating body here in DC. And my counterpart at Treasury and I, we've been working really hard together to figure out what's the best way we can really influence financial literacy in the schools.